short story. Red video 6. Well, let me start with some questions here, vocabulary as well as the story. Remember, you should pause the video and answer to me using what's. Or if you don't have that much time, you can answer to yourself, but I really think it would be very interesting and very important for you to answer it aloud, you know? So you will make sure to practice the vocabulary. Okay. The first question, let me just to find in our list, in our Quizlet here, some words I'll ask you about. Okay. So my first question is, what can you furl? Answer: you can furl a sail, or you can furl a flag. Question: what is the opposite of furl? Of course, it's unfurl, right? You unfurl the flag, for example. If the ship is rolling, how would you feel? Answer: probably not very comfortable, right? Because, you know, the ship would go from side to side, alright? And probably you would feel, I don't know, seasick. Question: is it possible for a ship to roll over? Answer: yeah, but it's rare, right? You would have a very, very heavy storm in the high seas, so the ship would roll right over. I don't believe modern ships could roll right over. I really don't know. Answer: would you be pleased to work in now, sorry, this word is not not now. Okay, would you be pleased to work in rags? Answer: probably not, because remember, if you work in rags, or if your clothes are ragged, it means that they are all torn and dirty, right? Question: how can I make it into a question? Would you be willing to go to work wearing overalls? Answer: probably not, because I don't know. You imagine, I don't know, farmers in the south of the United States wearing overalls, right? And there is, you know, the pants connected to the upper part. There is a nice picture there in Quizlet, by the way. Okay. Question: what about going to work wearing jersey? Answer: yeah, then I think it's possible, right? It's something like the piece of clothing I'm wearing now. That's a jersey. Okay. Let me. Okay. Question: I don't know if you have a dog or a cat, so if you can please answer. And the next one would be, is your dog or cat scraggy? Okay. Answer: probably not. Probably you feed your dog and your cat very well, so they are not scraggy. Very nice, very nice. Okay, now question about the story itself. You know, at this part of the story, the captain is a little bit, let's say, disappointed, you know? So my question is, why is the captain disappointed? And the answer is because he couldn't find, you know, the break in in the reefs there, and therefore he couldn't enter the lagoon, right? Okay, so I'll continue from that part. Remember, it's the part will always be in the description of the video. The engineer did not answer, and they ate supper in silence. The cabin was lit by a dim oil lamp. When they had eaten the canned apricots, I think I put a picture of apricots there, yes. When they had eaten the canned apricots with which the meal finished, the Chink brought them a cup of tea. The skipper lit a cigar and went on the upper deck. The island now was only a darker mass against the night. The stars were very bright. The only sound was the ceaseless breaking of the surf. Well, let's stop for now. Let me give you some words and then we read it again. Remember that dim is when the place is not very lit, very bright, right? I would like you to connect that with dimmer switch. Remember, you have on-off switch. You turn on the light and then it's completely on, and then you turn off the light and it's completely off, right? But you may have a dimmer switch, you know, that the light goes on and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter, and then it can get dimmer and dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. That's why we call it dimmer switch. Keep in mind, I put a picture of apricot there. It's a fruit, alright? I think you won't have problems recognizing it. And Chink is a way to call a Chinese person. But, and here comes another word I would like you to keep for yourself, it's disparaging. Again, disparaging. It's there in your list as well as the phonetical transcript. You know, disparaging is like using the N word to refer to black people, you know? It's very disparaging. It's like offensive. You are, you know, by using it, you are making the person small, you know? You are a little bit humiliating the person, or even better, you are looking down on the person, okay? Looking down on the person. This is another phrasal verb I would like you to keep in mind. And then we have the word surf. Keep in mind, surf is another way to say wave, but surf is more commonly used when the waves break, okay? Take a look at the definition I put there in our list. The waves of the seas as they break upon a shore or reef, okay? Because a wave can be just a swelling, you know? So it's like this, or a wave can, you know, rear up and then break, and then we can call it surf as well. And of course, then we have surfing, right? One more time. The engineer did not answer, and they ate their supper in silence. The cabin was lit by a dim oil lamp. When they had eaten the canned apricots with which the meal finished, the Chink brought them a cup of tea. The skipper lit a cigar and went on the upper deck. The island now was only a darker mass against the night. The stars were very bright. The only sound was the ceaseless breaking of the surf. The skipper sank into a deck chair and smoked idly. I didn't put idly there. But it's like when you don't have anything to do, right? So you are idle. Presently, 3 or 4 members of the crew came up and sat down. One of them had a banjo and another a concertina. They began to play, and one of them sang. The native song sounded strange on these instruments. Then, to the singing, a couple began to dance. It was a barbaric dance, savage and primeval, rapid with quick movements of the hands and feet and contortions of the body. It was sensual, sexual even, but sexual without passion. It was very animal, direct, weird, without mystery, natural in short, and one might almost say childlike. At last they grew tired, and then we're going to continue here. I'm just going to mark here because, of course, there's the vocabulary part here, but there's something else. There's something about this dance, you know? But just, I'll have to open another video because of the battery of my camera, and we'll talk about that.